How well do you know cassava? Do you know its benefits and risk? Do you know how to prepare and process it? Worry no more, because all that will be revealed on this video as you watch till the end. My name is Minister Jenny Alufa and you're welcome to my channel. Cassava is a long tuberous starchy root that is an essential ingredient. It is a nutty flavored starchy root vegetable and it is a major source of calories and carbohydrates for people in the developing countries. It is grown in tropical regions of the world because of its ability to withstand difficult growing conditions. In fact, it is one of the most drought-tolerant crops. The most commonly consumed part of cassava is the root. It can be eaten whole, grated, or grounded into flour to make different kind of food. Cassava is also known as the raw material that is used to produce tapioca and gari in the West Africa. And if you must know, it is very, very beneficial to people, to individuals that often have a food allergies. Individuals with food allergies often benefit from using cassava root in cooking and baking because it is gluten-free, grain-free, and nut-free. But there is one important thing you should know about cassava root. It must be cooked before it is eaten. Raw cassava can be very, very poisonous to your health. Cassava is generally safe when it is prepared properly and eaten occasionally in moderate amounts. I'm going to be showing you ways on how to make your cassava safer for consumption. 1. Peeling it. The peel of cassava roots can contain some poisonous compounds. 2. Soaking it. Soaking cassava by merging it into water for like 48 to 60 hours before it is cooked and eaten can reduce the amount of harmful chemicals that it contains. 3. Cooking it. Since the harmful chemicals are found in raw cassava, it is very, very essential to cook it thoroughly by boiling it, roasting it, or baking it before consumption. Studies have proven that overprocessed cassava can make it lose its nutrients, which makes boiling it a better option. How to cook with cassava. All over the world in different countries and ethnics, cassava is used differently. The list of recipes you can make with cassava are numerous, counting from everywhere all over the world, from Africa to South America to Jamaica and all over the world. But back in West Africa, specifically Nigeria, we use cassava to make our edible starch. We use it to make our gari, akpu, which is our fufu, and we use it to make abacha mmiri in the Igbo land, and use it to make abacha dish. I made a recipe of abacha dish. If you want to know what it looks like or what abacha dish is, I will be dropping the link in the description section so that you can go give it a try and watch it and try it out if you like the recipe. Trust me, you will enjoy it. Its nutritional benefits. Cassava is a calorie-rich vegetable that contains plenty of carbohydrates and key vitamins and minerals. Cassava is a good source of vitamin C. The leaves, which are also edible if a person cooks them or dries them in the sun, can also contain up to 25% of protein. Because it is a gluten-free crop, it is suitable for individuals that has intolerance to gluten to make bread and other baked products. Cassava is high in resistant starch, which bypasses digestion. Resistant starch feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut, which may help reduce inflammation and promote digestive health. Resistant starch has the ability to contribute to better metabolic health and reduce the risk of obesity and type 2 diabetes. It improves blood sugar control and also promotes fullness, and which reduces appetite. Note that products made from cassava, such as flour, tend to be lower in resistant starch than cassava root that has been cooked and then cooled in its whole form, then consumed. One thing you must know about cassava is that it is very, very high in calories compared to other root crops like potatoes. Uh, Cassava is very much higher in calories than other root crops. How to store cassava? Unpeeled cassava should be stored in a cool, dry place. Once the cassava is peeled, it will last up to a month in the refrigerator if covered with water. If the water changes, you have to change the water for like every 2 days. If you know you are not using it immediately, then it will be better you put it in the freezer and it can last for months. The risk of cassava. One of the major downfalls of cassava is the anti-nutrients. Anti-nutrients are plant compounds that may interfere with digestion and inhibit the absorption of vitamins and minerals in the body. Populations that consumes cassava very much are in a very high risk of malnutrition, especially those populations that rely on cassava as a staple food. Another way cassava can be very dangerous to your health, it is when you consume it raw in large amounts or when it is prepared improperly. Raw cassavas contains chemicals and they can release cyanide in the body when consumed. When eating frequently, raw cassava, it can increase the risk of cyanide poisoning. Individuals with poor nutrition status and low protein intake are more likely to experience these effects since protein helps rid the body of cyanide. This is why cyanide poisoning from cassava is a greater concern for those who live in developing countries. Some areas of the world, cassava has been shown to absorb harmful chemicals from the soil, which as a result, this may cause and increase the risk of cancer in those who depend on it as a staple food. So note this, it is very important that you cook your cassava before eating it, and the time for cooking cassava is between 25 to 35 minutes of cooking, and also prepare it properly so that you won't get poisoned. Getting to know the food you prepare for your children or your family and getting to know the benefits of all the food you prepare, it's very, very important and shouldn't be underestimated. And as a mom, this is one of the things I do. And if you must consume cassava or any form of cassava you do it in your home, make sure you accompany it with other food, proteins or vitamins or other vegetables to make it a balanced diet. I am so grateful and thankful for watching this video till the end. Please let me know in the comment section what you have to say concerning this video and what other things you believe will be added or you would want me to know concerning cassava. These are the things I've come to know concerning cassava, and I am very glad to share with you. So until I see you in my next video, do stay blessed. God bless you. Bye bye.